Hey everybody, this is Mr. Ainsworth, and we're going to get into our eighth lesson here and talk about how to subtract a fraction from a whole number the easy and fast way. All right, so let's get right into it and take a look at some situations here. Let's take numbers, some small numbers here, so I can represent it with some graphs and everything. So here we go. Let's take 4 minus 1 and let's say 2/3. Okay. Now, the way they taught in grade school was common denominators and all kinds of things. And I want to show you a way to avoid common denominators, to avoid changing this to improper, to avoid using the three product rule, or any of the traditional ways to do it. So, what we want to do is take 4 minus the 1 minus the 2/3. It's actually, there's two subtractions that need to be made. So, you have to take away the 1 and you got to take away the 2/3. And the reason why you do is, well, you need to get to the end result, right? Because everybody knows this is not 3 1/3 or 3 2/3, like the most common mistake I see. All right, it's actually less than 3. All right, now we're going to do mathematics from left to right, as we always do. So work from left, all right, to right, always. All right, and when you go left to right, 4 minus 1 is 3, but you still have to take away the fraction 2/3. And what I want to do is I want to think. You're gonna love this. I want you to think pizza. Everybody loves pizza, so let's think pizza here. I got three whole pizzas. One, two, three. Okay, three pizzas. And from one of the pizzas, I want to take away two slices out of three. All right, that's a minus sign. That's a takeaway. So on one of the pieces, I'm going to divide them into thirds. Think Mercedes symbol here. All right, so you divide them into thirds, and you take out two slices out of three, which means you get to eat this slice right here, and you get to eat this slice right here. The question is, what remains? Well, I think two whole pizzas remain, right? And this piece right here, guess what? That's one slice out of three. So the answer has to be under three. I can't tell you how many times I see 3 1/3 is my answer, or 3 2/3 is the answer here, which is not correct. The answer has to be under three because if you take something away from three, it's got to be under three. It's actually 2 1/3. So let me explain this one more time. You start off with 3 and you take away something from it, so it's got to be under 3, so you put down a 2. If you take out two parts out of 3, I say parts, it could be slices, okay? So you take out two slices out of 3, then one slice out of 3 remains. There it is right here. Okay, you didn't eat that. You only ate 2/3 of it. Well, 1/3 remains. All right, now let's do that a couple times, okay, to run it home. Because believe it or not, even uh, all the way up to the calculus level, I don't see people that have a mastery of this concept here. I mean, I teach classes all the way from Algebra 1 through Calculus, and believe it or not, everybody from all ranges of schooling have difficulty with fractions. And so you just got to learn how to think about an easy way. And I'm giving you one right here. Everybody loves pizza, right? So think pizza. Here we go. So let's suppose you take 5 minus 3 and 1/4. Okay? You have to take 5 minus 3 minus 1/4. So the first thing you do is you subtract both the whole part and the fractional part from left to right. And from left to right, like I was saying, 5 minus 3 is 2 minus the 1/4. So now you have two pizzas and you got to take away a fourth. So one pizza, two pizza. And well, they should be equal pizzas, right? So let me draw an equal pizza here. Okay, that's close enough. Divide it up into four parts. You take out one slice out of four. So that slice is gone. You get to eat that part. You eat 1/4 of it. Well, 1 and 1, 2, 3, 3/4 remains. The answer has to be under 2. It's got to be, it's got to be 1 and 3/4. Let me write that better. 1 and 3/4. All right, so we're going to step it out this way. We're going to subtract from left to right. We're going to subtract the whole part and the fractional part, left to right. So there's two subtractions that have to be made. You got to subtract the whole part first. 5 minus 3 is 2. 2 minus a fourth is under 2. So you put down 1. And if you take out 1 out of 4, then 3 out of 4 remain. 1 from 4, or 4 minus 1 is 3. So this is all subtraction. No common denominators or anything like that. It's actually easier than you think. Okay, so let's practice another time here. So let's suppose we have this situation. Suppose you have 13 minus 4 and 3/11. You take 13 minus 4 and minus 3/11. All right, 13 minus 4 is 9. And then you still have to subtract 3/11ths, right? And I'm not going to draw this one, but if you divide a pizza, one of these 9 pizzas, into 11 equal parts, you eat 3 out of 11, well then 8 out of 11 remain, right? Because 11 minus 3 is 8. 11 minus 3 is equal to 8, right? So it's 8 and 8/11ths, right? You subtract 3 from 8, 8 remain. This is the remaining right here. That's the remaining pizza, if you want to think pizza. Okay? All right. Now, 3 examples is usually not enough, so let's do one more to hit it home. So let me change the numbers here. Let's suppose you have 18 minus 5 and 7/12. Let's say I'm just making these numbers up as I go. You got to take 18 minus 5 minus 7/12. Now, 18 minus 5 is 13, minus the 7/12. Well, if you take away something from 13, you don't have 13 remaining, do you? So you put down the 12. If you subtract 7 from 12, 12 minus 7 is 5. You have 5 remaining, and so that's 5/12 right there. So 12 and 5/12. That's all there is to it. The only thing you need to do is get good. All right, so pass out the practice sheet. It's a 5-minute activity. Get to work, and I'll see you in my next lesson. This is Mr. Ainsworth signing off. Bye-bye.